Hello, my name is Katya Hill, and I'm the Executive Director of the AAC Institute. AAC, what is that? Augmentative and Alternative Communication. Oh my gosh, what is that? Well, because you don't know what AAC is, or Augmentative and Alternative Communication, that's one of the reasons why we have our institute. Because there's over 3.5 million people in the United States that could benefit from AAC, or Augmentative and Alternative Communication interventions, but they're unaware of it, or they may be unaware of it. So augmentative and alternative communication is for people that cannot speak, and there are a variety of congenital and acquired disabilities that would result in someone not having functional speech to meet their daily communication needs. And these include cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, other developmental disabilities. And for adults with acquired disabilities, it may mean you had a stroke and have aphasia, or Lou Gehrig's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, traumatic brain injury as a result of a car accident, or many young individuals now may have been wounded in a war. So our organization is basically volunteer and an internet resource for people to learn more about AAC and the types of interventions that will result in optimizing their communication if they have a significant communication disorder where they can't speak. Let me give you a little bit of background about how our organization started. I'm a speech-language pathologist, and I've been working in the field for over 35 years. I started in the public school system, which grew to an assistive technology program where I was providing services to children with significant disabilities. Back in, I hate to say the year, but it was 1978, we were confronted then with challenges that there were not a lot of interventions, no technology or limited technology that allowed us to support children that were moving into the school system because of PL 94-142. I could say that at that time, those of us that realized that traditional speech therapy and language therapy were really not going to result in these children or these students maximizing their potential and being able to have a quality life or contribute to society, where we started to explore alternative strategies for them to develop their language and communication skills. With that, there was a group of dedicated engineers in rehabilitation facilities, along with grandparents or parents of individuals that started to tinker in their garages. And gradually they started to introduce technology to our field. Well, as years have gone along, we have a lot more ranges of technology. We have companies that sole purpose is dedicated to development of technologies that allow people to use computer-based systems with voice output to be speaking. We've had funding sources that have improved to allow clients and families to get access to technologies that will help meet their needs. And we have improved training programs for speech-language pathologists, special educators, and conferences such as the one the AAC Institute is exhibiting at today, the Assistive Technology Industry Association Conference in Chicago. So despite all the advances that our field has made and the community of AAC has made over this 30 or 40 years, we have a long way to go. And that's what motivated me and a small group of other advocates to form the AAC Institute in 2001. what we see is a lot of families that are unaware of AAC, adults that receive a diagnosis that will result in their losing their speech that need AAC, and children that need to be developing language skills and improving their communication skills. So our services really started as grassroots to advocate for improving services to individuals that could benefit from AAC. So it's an internet resource where we have a variety of information available for people if they're seeking funding for AAC technology, if they're seeking services from a speech-language pathologist or other community-based services to help them reach their maximum potential. So we have a self-study program that allows you to earn continuing education credits. That we have a variety of courses starting with an introduction to AAC. Moving on to what we feel is the important paradigm for all consumers and family members to understand, and that's the paradigm of how language is represented and generating using AAC interventions. So regardless if you are using a manual communication board or if you're using the most expensive high technology system, it's not a matter of the device. It's a matter of how language is represented and generated on the device. And it also is imperative that when you are being evaluated for a system or AAC interventions, or it's a family member that is being evaluated, that you're asking the critical questions so that you are fully informed of all of your options. So if we go to a doctor today, we expect that doctor to take certain measurements. We're going to be weighed, our temperature is going to be taken, we're going to have our blood pressure taken, and before they make any type of a differential diagnosis, they're going to run certain tests. Well, what many families and consumers in this field experience today is a professional saying to them, well, I know what's best for you, let's do intervention A. Or I've been using intervention B with my clients, so I think that's going to work for you. What you want to ensure is that that professional has explained all of the possible options that may be relevant to you, so you know the range, and they compare the various options with you so that you can understand the distinct differences. And those first primary differences are related to language. So how is language represented in terms of symbols or the alphabet? Or other language representation methods, what type of core vocabulary or the vocabulary that's on the system, and then are you able to say what you want to say, and can you say it as fast as you can? So the most important thing that I can say to you today is what others have shared with us is the importance of being able to say what you want to say with an intervention and then saying it as fast as you can. And that the practitioners or clinicians that are working with you are measuring your results to ensure that you are achieving the most effective communication possible. And you want to ask informed questions. So go to our website, look at those questions that you need to ask to ensure that you're going to get the best results possible. And we're here to help.
Can you give the website?
And our website is www.aacinstitute.org. And we'll see you at our website.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.